Hi, it's Jeff Murray. I want to welcome you to True Texas History, and today I'll be talking about the 1921 flood. Um, you know, Years ago when I started my book, Texans Always Move Them, in dealing with Texas history, one of the things that I found early on is that we do, as Texans, we do tend to use the disasters that occur as marks to track time and essentially to have reference points. It might be hurricanes, might be earthquakes, might be floods, but these natural disasters have a way of shaping the way that we look at things. And Texas, for sure, has had its share of natural disasters. September tends to be pretty heavy duty month in Texas for bad weather. The 1900 storm happened in the first part of September. Uh, there in Galveston, it was the death toll, in the thousands. It was bad. But the 1921 storm, it started off, of all things, as a hurricane. And this is one of those storms that was a Category 1. Now, those of you who have lived on the coast, you pay attention to what category a storm is, and a lot of times, a Category 1, you say, oh, that's no big deal. That's just, a lot of wind and rain. Um, well, in this case, it really was a big deal. And the 1921 storm actually started off as a Category 1 hurricane that hit Tampico, Mexico. So it didn't even hit Texas, but what happened, the weather system moved up into Texas, and it was a cyclone started, and it hit with the high pressure systems just the right way to start some massive rainfall. And today, September the 9th is the anniversary when some of the rain stopped there in San Antonio. But it had been going, started a few days before that. In fact, the city of Thrall, Texas, they had 40 inches of rain in 3 days. That's how massive this was. Now, flood warnings were issued for the upper Rio Grande, and as it moved on into the hill country, places like Austin and San Antonio were inundated. Some of the reports say that San Antonio received 23 inches of rain in 24 hours. That's a massive amount of rain. And this was in the days before they had a lot of flood control. So it is, on record as one of the worst floods that city ever experienced. When you go through San Antonio, it's hard to believe that, hey, this city flooded at one time. Well, it's flooded more than once, but it did. And there was some considerable flooding in Austin and other parts of the hill country. Of course, when you read through those old reports, it's kind of mind-boggling. Some of the damage estimates, like $3,000 and $4,000. I mean, nowadays, $3,000 and $4,000, you get that kind of damage on your house from a hailstorm, if not more. But that was back when, your money was worth a whole lot more. But due to that storm, many safety precautions were taken and policies were changed. Led to a lot of redirection of the river to prevent those type of things from happening again. Disasters are never good, and it's always smart to learn from the disasters, to put things in place so that it doesn't happen again. Like Galveston, they got smart finally and put in a seawall. And changes have been made in our Texas cities due to that, because we're still going to have hurricanes, we're still going to have floods, and sometimes those go together. We have had earthquakes too. So these are very real risk, along with flash flooding, out of control brush fires, things like that. So I hope that those things don't happen to you, and that you prepare yourself. When we're in hurricane season, take it seriously. But until next time, this is Jeff Murrah wishing you vaya con Dios, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.